Hey, Ann.
We just bought a boat.
We bought a boat.
Are we insane for doing this? I don't know. Insane for this. We might have a boat in 5, 8, 7, 6, 5. Welcome back to Sailing with the Jameses. If you're new here, we're Sam, myself Kate, and our 5-year-old daughter Charlie. For the last 4 years, we've been living full-time aboard our sailboat, sailing Australia and sharing the adventure with all of you. Over the past few months, we've been searching for our next home afloat. And not just any boat either. We wanted a long-range expedition cruiser, capable of opening up a whole new chapter of adventure for our family. Coming from the commercial maritime backgrounds, we knew exactly what we were looking for. Strength, reliability, range, and practicality. A boat that could handle some serious miles and some serious weather. We've spent months searching listings, making phone calls, running the numbers, and traveling to inspect boats. We looked at commercial vessels wondering if the answer wasn't to buy our dream boat, but to build it ourselves. Then one evening, while scrolling online, we found something interesting. It wasn't a yacht on a brokerage website, it wasn't on Yacht Hub, and it wasn't on Yacht World. It was a listing on Facebook Marketplace with a link to an auction on eBay. What happened next was a whirlwind and one very big decision. Because against all common sense, we just bought a boat we've never seen in person. And we are super excited about it. In this video, we're taking you along for the entire journey. From finding the listing, to placing the winning bid, to traveling across the country, to finally laying eyes on the boat we had just bought sight unseen on an eBay auction. So grab a beer, settle in, and let's go win a boat. We might be absolutely insane for this. So there's a boat on eBay, and of all places, there's a boat on eBay that we're really interested in. Today, I guess the auction, the listing ends today at 3 o'clock. It's currently 1:39 in the afternoon. I'm making myself a coffee because that's what I need right now. Because I'm very excited and very nervous. So right now Sam is at work. So he's out on Reef Keeper at the moment. So they're near the Torres Straits. They're near a place called Cairns Cross. So we're nowhere near each other. I found this listing last night browsing Facebook Marketplace, and there's this boat, and I recognized the shape of the boat. And we've looked at a very similar boat to this. And it turns out it's a sister ship, and it's on Facebook Marketplace of all places, and it's on eBay, and it just so happens that today the listing ends. So right now we are the current highest bidders on this 19-meter boat on eBay. And yeah, so Sam and I talked this morning. The owner of the boat, it's an unfortunate situation. It's someone's deceased estate, and it's the brother-in-law that is selling the boat, and he seems super nice. He's sent through some videos, and it seems as though there was an opening like a couple weeks ago for people to come see the boat. I think we're gonna be buying a boat sight unseen. Yeah. And I'm about to have a coffee, maybe rile myself up a bit more. We might be buying a boat off eBay, who knows? Are we insane for doing this? I don't know. The good thing is that we know the sister ship and have been aboard, so maybe we're not that insane. We might have a boat in an hour and a half. It's 1:41 right now. Yeah, in an hour and a half we might have a boat. Stay tuned. It is the last 5 minutes and 45 seconds left of this bidding. We are currently the highest bidders. Oh, that's my alarm to tell me that 5 minutes left. We might have a boat in 5 minutes. I think a lot of people picture boat auctions as a room full of people waving paddles around, an auctioneer talking a million miles an hour, and everyone making split-second decisions. But the reality, this is what boat buying at an auction looks like. One person sitting in a chair, staring at a computer screen, refreshing the page every few seconds, and trying not to have a heart attack. What you don't see is all the work that happens beforehand. The research of the vessel, the phone calls to the friend of an uncle of a friend of ours who had once owned one of these boats, the inspections of the sister ship, the conversations about whether or not we're crazy, and the discussions about budgets. We haven't actually shared this before, but this wasn't our first boat auction. At the end of last year, in November 2025, we found another vessel that we thought could be the one. We jumped into the online auction and it turned into an absolute bidding war. Every time we thought it was over, another bid would come through. We would bid, they would bid, and we would bid again. What was supposed to end in a matter of minutes ended up dragging on for more than half an hour. It was stressful, it was exciting, and in the end, we lost. At the time, it felt disappointing, but looking back now, I'm glad we lost. Because if we had won that auction, we never would have found the boat you're about to see in this video. So when this auction came along, we were a little bit more prepared. We knew how quickly things could change. We knew not to celebrate too early, and we knew that until the timer hit 0, absolutely anything could happen. And as the clock counted down, all we could do was sit there, watch the screen, and hope that nobody puts a bid in at the last second. Okay, and eBay says it does something. So in the last minute, 36 seconds. But if you make a bid in the last 60 seconds, in the last minute, it'll increase your time by 60 seconds. So you can't just like make a bid at the last 5 seconds and win. It then adds 60 seconds. So if you make it, so if you make it at 5 seconds, it adds 60. So you actually have a minute and 5 seconds left. So it'll keep going. So we'll see. We did bid on a boat once, the end of last year, and when you make a bid in the last minute, it adds 10 more minutes onto there. So the whole bidding got dragged out by an hour, I think. I think it was 10 minutes it got, or it was either 5 or 10 minutes it got dragged out. So if you make a last bid in the last minute, it added, I think it was 10 minutes. So you had to sit there and wait down the period. Boy, this is the last 30 seconds. Someone's just bid. And then we've got like a reoccurring bid. So jitters, isn't it? So the last 10 seconds and someone just bid again, and then ours bidded. Yep. 8, 7, 6, 5. Ah! Someone's just. Okay. 30 seconds now. Three, 2, 1.
Hey, hon.
Look, we just bought a boat.
We bought a boat. Me and Jordan were just watching it. Yeah, and it's like, how can you tell it's you? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm sure it is.
So yeah, we won a 19-meter or 60-foot vessel on eBay of all places. How cool is that? Okay, so let's catch you guys up on what's been happening, because a few days have gone past since we've bought in the boat. So we've spoken with the owners. So we won the boat on auction, on the eBay auction. We've spoken to the brother-in-law who is helping to sell the boat and the owner, and they gave us all the instructions to make payments, and they're super nice, they're super understanding. Basically what we have done is we have said that we would like to verify that the boat is real. They're super okay with that. So we've given the marina that it's in a call to verify that they have the boat, that they know of the boat. Everything checks out. Then we've had James, Sam's best friend James. You guys have seen him quite a few times in our videos. James is down in Brisbane. So from where we are here in Gladstone to Brisbane is about 6-hour drive. And right now, I think with roadworks and everything, about an 8-hour drive. So from here to Brizzy to go see the boat. So James is down in Brisbane. James has graciously said he'll go see the boat. So the other day, he stepped on the boat with the marina manager. He got the keys. We called the manager up, said James is going to come, and the manager said that's fine. And so the manager went with James down to the boat. James has been on the boat and James has verified everything. But yeah, so that's what we've done. We've verified the boat's there. We've verified the boat like it like the condition that they said it isn't, and we've paid the money. We're on the boat now. So that's where we're at. The owners have been super lovely. And we have just booked a hire car. So Sam gets off in a couple of days off work. So normally he flies Cairns to Brisbane, Brisbane to Gladstone. So Sam's work has rebooked him from Cairns down to Brisbane. So in a couple of days, we'll go pick up a hire car here in Gladstone, Charlie and I. We're gonna fill it full of a few things, like a vacuum, cleaning products, maybe some linen, and then we'll drive down from Gladstone to Brisbane. Charlie and I will pick Sam up at the Brisbane airport, and then we will go and see the boat, which is super exciting. So we're just getting a list ready at the moment of like cleaning products, vacuum, pressure washer, just like some essentials. We're just going to go have a look at the boat, and essentially what is going to happen is get it prepped, bring it from the Gold Coast to Gladstone. We sort of need to see what the boat is like, what it has on it, what it needs. Does it need an oil change? I don't know. We don't know. So we will go see it, and we'll hopefully have a few more things organized. So stay tuned. We're going to bring you guys along with us and see what this boat's like. This is all really exciting. Yeah, I'm gonna go see this boat for the first time in a few days, which is so cool. We're both really, really excited about it. And if you're wondering right now where I am, we are in the Marina Lounge. Charlie is currently doing some schoolwork. She's a prep this year, so we've been doing schoolwork while Sam's at work. So it's been really good, like homeschooling. We can really like hammer down on our free time and do schooling that way, and then like we're going to be super busy over the next few weeks, and so probably do a little bit less schoolwork, but over these days where we've got a lot of free time, we can really focus. So I know I've gotten quite a few questions on Charlie's schooling. She's at prep this year, which is I think very similar to kindergarten in the United States. So she has just turned 5, and next year in 2027 she is grade 1, so prep. So we're learning about shapes and colors and numbers, and we're following a like there's a guideline of what they need to know by the end of prep year. But that's what that noise is in the background. She's doing some numbers and I think a cash register game where she's learning about money. Yeah, so I would love to know what you guys are thinking about this new boat. We're both really excited. Yeah. So in the next couple of days we're gonna rent a car. We're gonna drive down to Brisbane. We're gonna go see this boat.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Word problems.
Word problems are very cool. Watch.
Can you solve these word problems?
Yes. But no.
2 boys
plus 3 girls. Where are we going? To pick up a car.
Pick up the car.
And then tomorrow we're gonna pick up Daddy. Okay, so a quick update on everything. Today's been a wee bit of a whirlwind, and I wasn't able to pick up the rental car that we hired. The reason being is the cards that I have, the credit cards that I have say Sam's name on them. Sam has the card that says my name on it, and they won't take, like, I've got the cards on my phone, and I've got all that information, so you can see the card, you can see it has my name on it, and we can log into the bank and see it and everything. They need the physical card. They wouldn't take cards with my maiden name on it because that's not the person who's booked. They can't take a card with Sam's name on it even though we're married, because then it's considered fraud. It was a big thing this morning. Anyways, we didn't end up renting a car with the one that we rented through. Yeah, I didn't know. So if you ever renting a car, definitely know that you need to have a card with your name on it, and it cannot be your maiden name because that is apparently not considered you. That's considered another person on the booking, and then it's considered fraud. So anyways, so long story short, didn't end up, not long story short, apparently it's gonna be a long story, I'm telling you. We didn't end up renting that car. So we'll have to go through and cancel all the bookings and everything. My card is with Sam, the one that has like my physical name on it. Sam has, and I have Sam's cards. We've got each other's cards at the moment. And Sam is physically in another city at the moment. So they cannot accept that, and they can't accept like changing it to Sam's name because he's not physically there. Can't use a name with a card with my maiden name on it because that's someone else, and that's considered fraud. So anyways, it's been a long morning figuring out the car hire. We then were thinking that maybe if we can't get a car hire, we Charlie and I can take the train down. So there's a train that you can catch on the east coast of Australia. We take it from Gladstone to Brisbane, and then we'd go see the boat. We'd pretty much just do Ubers while we're down there. So we were thinking that, and then we just gone onto an app that a friend in the marina has suggested, and it's called Kinto. And this is pretty cool app. You don't have any keys or anything, it's all on your phone. And so we've got that all set up, and we were able to rent through them. So we just picked up a car. I was hoping to pick up the car before noon and then be like spending the whole day back and forth to the car and like filling it with stuff like the pressure washer and hose and vacuum, and just like doing a whole bunch of runs back and forth. But it's 3 o'clock now, so we are just onto the boat now. We're gonna start the day loading the car now. So this is where we're at. We're loading, and yeah, I'm glad everything got worked out though. Everything is positive. We've got a hire car. We're leaving tomorrow morning, and we're gonna pick Sam up at the airport. Let's get to it.
We're packing, and I love packing. I didn't pack my clothes. I bring stuff and a blanket and parachute. I don't know why. I'm so excited.
What are we doing, Charlie?
We're heading back to the boat.
And what are we doing tomorrow?
Picking up Dad.
And then going to see
Field trip.
the new boat.
The new boat. We'll be going around.
Okay, the last round that I said was the last round was not the last round. Hopefully this is the last round. Hey, Charlie. Hopefully this is the last round. I don't know. Can't forget sunnies. You got yours? You'll probably be asleep most of the ride. All right. We're good, I think. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Should we go?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. We are all packed up this morning. 6:44, and we're headed out the door. We're officially about to go see the boat. Probably turn the lights off. I've turned the freshwater pump off. I've disconnected the boat. We're headed to the rental car. Ready? Yeah.
Oh, hi. I'm Nana. I'm 12 girl, and I am 5 years old. My mom's right here.
So get this, guys, we don't have any keys for the car. It's all on the app. So I click to connect it to the vehicle. It's connected. Unlock the vehicle. It is. And then now it's on. That's it. That's all we need to do. But you definitely need to have your phone charged up, and they provide like a charging cable. There we go. Awesome. It's all going. We've picked Sam up from the airport, and now we are arriving at the marina, about to see our new boat for the very first time. Here she is. So guys, meet Salou, our new to us 19-meter long-range cruiser. And honestly, standing here looking at her for the very first time, it's still hard to believe that we actually bought a boat sight unseen on an eBay auction. Okay, so we've just finished having some dinner. Sam's turned on the refrigerator, so we just put away some dinner that we picked up a little bit earlier from the grocery store. And we are headed to bed. It's first night on the boat. And everyone's downstairs. Charlie is just been put to bed. She should be sleeping. And yeah, we'll see you guys. So last night was our first night on the boat. We've just gotten up, taken showers, slept really well. Your first impressions of the boat?
Well, I don't know. Life sort of is a funny old thing. We weren't looking for anything like this at all. You know, we, after doing up a couple of boats now, we were looking at getting one that was pretty much ready to go, and we were just going to adjust it to our liking. And now this has come up and we're doing a whole nother boat. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for the project, to tell you the truth, and it shows a lot of potential, a lot of work. But with enough time and money, you can make any boat perfect. So yeah, we're just going to get the time and money together, and yeah, she's going to be pretty cool. I like the nice long thin hull. There's a lot of mods that I can do to it, I think, to improve it. And yeah, the bones don't look too bad. Needs a real good clean, but the bones aren't too bad. But yeah, when I first saw it last night, I was like a deer in headlights. Did we do the right thing? Have we made a mistake? It wasn't at all what we were looking for. It's not at all ready to go right now.
We went from looking at a Bearing 55 the other week.
Yeah, exactly. To something that is not a Bearing 55 at all. But yeah, I actually like it. I don't know why. It's. I guess I'm a bit rough around the edges, and it's my style. It's good, sturdy, strong, and a bit rough around the edges.
It looks good.
Yeah.
And your first thoughts?
I love Daddy so much.
So guys, again, meet Salou, our 19-meter long-range cruiser that we won on an eBay auction. Now, let's give you guys some stats. Salou was built in 1980 as a police vessel for the Northern Territory. She's a Randall-built fiberglass boat, designed and constructed for a working life where reliability and strength mattered more than luxury. And there is a saying with these boats: there's nothing a Randall can't handle. And trust us, she has stories to tell. After winning the auction, we started digging more into her history and came across old photographs from her working days. In those photos, she was carrying the initials FP. FPV, Federal Police Vessel. Now, if you've been following us for a while, you know we've talked endlessly about the FPBs, designed by Steve and Linda Dashew, the functional powerboats. We've admired them for years. We love their capability, their practicality, and their ability to take families on incredible adventures. The only problem? Our budget has never quite shared our enthusiasm. So the irony isn't lost on us that after years of dreaming about owning our own FPB, we somehow ended up buying an FPV. And honestly, we think that's even cooler. Unfortunately, Salou came to auction as part of a deceased estate. The marina manager told us she had been sitting here largely forgotten and untouched for more than a year. But that's all about to change, because while most people look at Salou and see an old government workboat, we see potential. We see adventure, remote anchorages, family memories, and we see a boat capable of taking us to places we've only dreamed about exploring. We've had a lot of people ask whether we'll be changing her name, and the answer is no. For more than 4 decades, she's been known as Salou, and we think that's a history worth preserving. This boat has already lived an incredible life, and we're excited to become part of her story rather than erase it. So welcome aboard Salou. Over the coming months, we're about to be tackling one of the biggest projects we've ever taken on. There'll be surprises, wins, late nights, big decisions, and a lot of transformations along the way. Our goal? To turn this forgotten former police vessel into the ultimate expedition family cruiser. Or, as we're calling it, from FPV to FPB. Federal Police Vessel to Family Pleasure Boat. And this is only the beginning. Join us next week as we take you aboard Salou and give you a full tour of our newest adventure. We will see you guys all same time next week. Bye everyone.